Guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, hopefully my voice is loud enough, hopefully the audio is loud enough. I don't want to speak too loud because it's still in the morning and people are still sleeping. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I will be talking about my 2023 UIF experience. So UIF is an unemployment insurance fund in South Africa. But disclaimer before that, before you guys are like, oh, you quit your job and now you want, no, this was before quitting my job. This was last year. So my contract ended on the 31st of August. And then I think I only applied on the 15th of September for the unemployment insurance fund. That's only because I think I was busy on the first week of September. And I was like, you know what, I'll just go around the 15th of September. Okay, fine. So I went to my nearest labor center in Maponya Mall, but apparently my nearest labor center is in Orlando. But I tried googling that and couldn't find it, and I was also afraid, like, what if I get lost and all of that, like take taxis to go there or Uber to go there. But I was like, I can also walk, it's just that I don't know where it is exactly. So I just decided to go to the one in Maponya Mall, and I also had some other things to do at the mall. So I went there. Okay, fine. And I went there. The first thing we were told, I stood on the queue. Obviously, you stand in the queue and they ask you, is it your first time or what? And then when it's your first time, there's two separate queues. There's a queue for inquiries and a queue for first time applicants. And then when I got there, they were like, you have to do it online unless you're old and you need assistance and all of that. But if you're still young and you're able to access the internet, you have to do it for yourself. Even if you don't have access to the internet, I guess you can just go to the internet cafe because they won't do it for you. So they gave us a page. That basically has instructions on how to do it online. Now, when I went to my online portal, can I call it a portal? I had already been registered on it. I registered, I think after I worked as a shopper, I tried to do the UIF thing. I think I tried to do it. I don't know what made me try to do it, but I was just on the internet and bored, I guess. And then I entered my banking details that I was using then. So I had to change my banking details because my banking details had changed. Okay, fine. I checked the instructions, but do you still use the same banking details? And I was like, no. And then they were like, email this person with these documents. I think is it you? Okay, let me not lie. Let me not lie, but it's a UI something. There's a certain number for it. I just forgot. I should have actually I did prepare for this video. I just took notes. It's just that I didn't think I'd mention it. So yeah, I scanned and emailed that. I went to the bank and I got the form. It was already filled in. I just had to fill in my part. I had the form and then I scanned and emailed it. I emailed it to the email address I was given there, and then I waited for a couple of days, I think, and then still nothing had changed. And then at the end of September, still my banking details hadn't changed. So I was like, you know what, let me just go straight to my labor center and try to find out what's going on, because I tried calling them on the call center line and no one was picking up. And also it's not free of charge, so you have to have airtime in order to call them. It's not a toll free. I think there is a toll free one and there's a one where you use airtime. I'm not so sure. But I just went there, and then I went there and they assisted me with changing my bank details. And then when I checked Nyani online, my banking details had changed. So the lady was like, you'll receive an SMS with a PIN, and then when you do, you should come back. I think she said you should come back after a week or 2 weeks. Yeah, I think she said something along those lines, if I remember correctly. And then fine, I did receive I received my case number and the PIN. So I was confused about, okay, what's the PIN for? I didn't really understand. The PIN, I later understood at a later stage that the PIN is used when you use the USDD method instead of using the U-filing. I don't know whether they have separate different names, but USSD is basically when you use your, how can I explain it? When you enter the numbers on your phone enter a certain number on your phone, *134 843#, and then you do. That's the USDG process, and then e-filing is the online one. I think I'm explaining it correctly, I don't know, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I think I only started watching a lot of YouTube videos after nothing was happening, because they said I had to wait for like 29 days. I think you have to wait 30 or 29 days. And then I waited and nothing was happening, and I was just like, what's going on, nothing was happening. So I was like, should I go to the labor center or not? But I think I went, and they were like, no, you should wait more, because I didn't like, I waited for a long period of time, and this was like, because I started the process in September, October, I think it was October now, going into November. But November, since they called me on that training job, they were like, I started on training on the 9th and all of that. So I was just like, let me leave it, you see. So I spoke to this other guy I was with in training, and he was like, no, you can still do it since you're not employed yet, you're just training, so it's not like you working already. So I was like, oh, I can actually still do it. It's like, okay, great. And then I think, did I go to the labor center? I don't think I did. I just checked online, and then I think where I went wrong was clicking on the continuation of benefits. But I was like, I haven't received my first payment. Why am I doing continuation? But I was just like, you know what, let me just do it and see what happens. And I did it. And apparently I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to wait for an SMS saying my application has been approved, and I was also supposed to check on my status online if it was approved, but my status wasn't approved. I just continued to do continuation of benefits. So when I went there again, the person that assisted me was like, no, you weren't supposed to do continuation of benefits, you were supposed to wait until your application is approved. So I've been waiting, like my application it's not approved. I'm like waiting, what's going on? I'm like, let me just forget about it. And I was busy with training. I'm like, I'm training now and I'm going to a new job. You aren't supposed to receive the money while you're working. You're only supposed to receive it when you're unemployed. Now, I applied for it after my contract was terminated. My contract was terminated on 31st of August. And September, October, I was unemployed, both of those months. And then luckily I got a job on the 9th of November. Like, that's when I started my training. So I forgot about it and everything, and I was just like, you know what, let me just leave it. And yeah, but now it's like, let me go back and see what's happening. Let me just go to check, let me just go to check and see what's happening. When I went there, the lady was like, oh no, it shows here that they first said the system is offline. Like, they always, it's either it's offline or what's yeah, it's most of the time the system is offline. Probably not most of the time, but I think also the other time I went to go change my banking details, when the person assisted me was like, oh, it's offline, I'll try to do it, don't just leave your details. She made me fill in this other form. I don't know what the form was for, and I signed, which was my mistake. I didn't like read through completely. I just read through and then I signed, and then I gave the form to her. So I think that was my other mistake, not really asking questions and asking about what's the form for or what, but I guess it was for changing my banking details. And yeah, what else? So the lady was like, yeah, did they upload everything for you? She was like, the system is offline, check, it's not making. And she waited a bit, and she went to, like, she excused herself, and then she came back, and then she assisted someone else, like the system was working now. And then she tried to she assisted me first and then assisted the other person. And then she came back to me and she was like, no, it shows here that you're still working for ABC company. I was like, no, that's the company my contract got terminated. I'm no longer working there. My contract got terminated on the 31st of August. And she was like, oh, so you started working there in 2022? I was like, no, I didn't start working there in 2022. I started working there in 2023 February. And she even showed me on her screen. She was like, oh, it shows that you were working from 2022, so I have to do a gap change or something like that. She was like, I'll fix it because now the system is giving us problems, so I'll try to fix it. And then she just wrote something down on a piece of paper, and then she also gave me a piece of paper which I think I have right here. It's the USDT method. She was like, do you have a pin? I was like, yes, I do have a pin. She was like, okay, just use this and do that. So I tried using the USDT. Is it USDT? Yes, that method, process, whatever. And then it said my pin is incorrect. Like, I entered everything and then it was like, my pin is incorrect. But I'm like, that's my pin, like, it's not incorrect. And then I think I tried again, or I tried to say forgot pin so that I can change my pin or whatever. I can retrieve a new pin or whatever. And then it said could not identify, I think it said something along those lines, could not identify user or something along those lines. So I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of this, let me just leave it alone. And also when I watched YouTube videos, they were like, you aren't supposed to use USDT and use, because the applicate, like, the statuses aren't the same, and which is true. On my thingy, on my EU filing, there's a different status, and on my USDT it's still in progress or something like that. There's a different status, so it's both different. So I don't know whether from now on I should just stop, because I usually check on both. So I think Ngoku, I'm just gonna use the USDT method or whatever and wait. But yeah, that has been my UIF. I thought I was gonna do this video after maybe I was like, yes, I'm gonna do the UIF video after I got paid and all of that, like if UIF pays me, and I'm gonna do it. But I was just like, let me just do the video, because it seems like I'm never gonna get paid. And another thing is, like, they could have declined my application. I was speaking to this other lady that went there, and I'm like, they haven't approved it, but I heard that if maybe you don't have enough credits, you won't be paid. So it's like, I wasn't working for a long period of time, so maybe that's why. But why don't they decline it? The lady asked, why don't they decline? I was like, I also don't know, because it's not approved and it's not declined. And when I did continuation, there's also another thing. When I did a continuation of benefits, it said I'll receive payment within 7 days. That was towards the end of November. I said I'll receive payment within 7 days or something like that. And then 7 days came and then nothing. Like, I didn't receive anything. I was like, okay, why did it say I'll receive payment within 7 days when... But anyway, guys, it was a very long and tedious process. I don't understand. Maybe I was also did some of the, like, I did some things wrong, like maybe applying for continuation of benefits before I even got approved. But the paper they gave me is continuation of benefits, so I'm confused. Like, you guys said I shouldn't do that, but now you're giving me a paper for me to do that on my USDT. And also another mistake, I think I should have done it while I was there, so that they can see what was happening and what does it say. Yeah, that's all, guys. You can share your thoughts. You can share your thoughts or your experiences that you've had problems with. You, like, a lot of people complain about it, but some people get money. Because this other lady they assisted, she was sitting next to me, she received 27k. Apparently she received 27k. And the person who was helping us was like, I was why do you want more money? I was like, somehow 27k, even if it's not 27k, guys, because obviously I haven't been working for that long, but any money that you get for free, like Samuel, like Samuel, even if it was 1,000 rand, I'm like, I want it. Even if that money is 1,000 rand, I want it. 1,000 rand, I want it. Anyway, let me see what else, because I wrote something down, because I knew I would like forget some of the things. I hope it's so fun, because I'm using the back camera. yeah, I think I said everything, and also there's something else I wanted to share, like my diary collection. Like, well, it wasn't planned, but I was just like, since I'm doing this video, let me just. This was in 20. I think this was in 2022 when I got my first one. Usually, I just write on anything. Like maybe you see those diaries you get from. There was this other one I was working. What was that fiber thingy? But they gave me a diary, so I was using that one, and some other diaries I get from people. So I never really buy diaries. What I'm trying to say is I never really buy diaries or journals. So this time around, it's like every year it's like I buy it, and I buy it from Mr. Price Home. I get these from Mr. Price Home. So this one I bought in 2022, and it becomes full even before the year ends. So I just write everything here, my to-do list, like when I it's not really journal entries, but you know how people say write things down and all of that, what you want to achieve and all of that. Yeah, so I and also my job like application, like I write a lot of things, a lot of different things. It's not just journaling or just writing my to-do list, but I write a lot of things even when I feel like writing. Like in the past I used to sort of like write poetry or recite, not really way to, but just when something comes to mind, then I just jot it down. And also quotes, yeah. Is it quotes or quotes? Quotes I resonate to, and Bible scriptures and all of that. Resonate to, yeah. And if I see, yeah, but you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And this one was my, uh, and the price is it's less than 100 rand really. It's less than 100 rand. This was 2023, the year that just ended. And this one I recently bought for 2024. It's still empty, it's nothing. I still need to get color pens. It's still empty. They didn't have many options, because usually they have options. They didn't have many options. It was this one or another one that comes with a pen. I didn't like that one, and it was pricier, so I was like no. And then there was those small ones. So I just was like, let me take this one, and it was only 50 rand. Yeah, and they gave me 25 rand off. So I bought it for half the price because I had a discount code of 25 rand off. Since I've been using the card for a year, it's been a year or not a couple of years, 2 years I think. So yeah, that's all. I hope this video looks good, and I hope it's not too long. And I was gonna shoot it with my natural hair because I watched it and I was but it wasn't giving what I wanted it to give or what it was supposed to give. Anyway, I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourself. It's been rainy. The past few days have been raining, and yeah. And oh, I also wanted to ask guys, have you guys registered to vote? I only registered this year to vote because the phone I was using was the back camera was less like, so I couldn't take a picture of my ID or scan my ID. Yeah, so I did it this year. Recently did it. I registered, and yeah, are you guys why are you guys registered to vote? Let me know down below in the comment section. Bye.